Could Zimbabwe be heading toward a major political confrontation? A controversial statement is now making waves after C.D. Knox, known for his association with the Gezi movement, reportedly claimed that retired army generals are prepared to lead mass action against President Emerson Mnangagwa. The remarks come at a time when political tensions are already rising over Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, succession debates, and growing divisions within Zimbabwe's political landscape.
Zimbabweans, I'm yours truly, Comrade Knox. Our nation is fast reaching a climax. I think you saw what happened in Parliament yesterday. What a charade. What a shame. Mnangagwa and his Gananda have chosen to ignore all the warnings despite the many pending court cases against the bill. Jacob Mudenda, the Speaker of Parliament, was so determined to fast-track the bill to the second reading. His partner in crime, Ziambi, without shame, made a presentation that was a mockery to the intelligence of both the MPs and the people of Zimbabwe. Mudenda was a useful tool in muzzling dissenting voices. But let me warn you, history is in the making. Make no mistake about that. Pachagverenurwa munhu apa. Pari kuzobverenurwa munhu apa. Risidambe now. Fellow Zimbabweans, the children of Zimbabwe have taken to court the president, Emerson Mnangagwa, the Speaker of Parliament, and all the 210 parliamentarians. The courts are still to determine the cases, but Shigananda, with their desperation, went ahead and bulldozed the judiciary. It defeats legal logic that the same MPs are allowed to debate the bill when they also have pending court cases at the Constitutional Court. Muri Zimbabwe, this constitutional litigation against each of the MPs is the most consequential and staggering impediment to the progress of Cable 3. 210 voters, one from every constituency, have sued their own MPs. They have said, you do not have my mandate. You cannot steal my vote. You cannot extend your own power. No party whipping or coercion of any form or shape can overcome this legal impossibility. In essence, the hands of the MPs are tied. Why? Because the matter has gone beyond judicial deference. But as expected, the desperate Mudenda overrode every logical step to ensure that the bill is fast-tracked by Parliament, because the bill is never about the people. Allow me, fellow Zimbabweans. Comrade friends, vapenyu nevakafa, varere Nyadzonya, varere Chimoi, vari Doroi, vari kwese Tembwe, kuZambia, kwese nzvimbo dzevarwi dzavakafira. Tinzwei, mukai mumakuva menyu, nguva yakwana.
But how serious is this claim? And what could it mean for Zimbabwe's future? Let's get into it. Zimbabwe's political debate has taken another dramatic turn following remarks attributed to C.D. Knox of Gezi fame. According to the statement, retired army generals are allegedly prepared to lead mass action against President Emerson Mnangagwa if concerns surrounding governance and constitutional changes continue to grow. The comments have immediately attracted attention because they involve retired military figures, a group that has historically played an important role in Zimbabwe's political affairs. While the exact nature, timing, and organization of any proposed mass action remains unclear, the statement has added fuel to an already heated political environment. The remarks come against the backdrop of ongoing controversy surrounding Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, commonly known as CAB 3. The bill has divided politicians, lawyers, civil society organizations, former military officials, and ordinary citizens. Supporters argue that the proposed amendments are lawful reforms designed to improve governance. Critics, however, fear the changes could weaken constitutional safeguards and concentrate more power within the political establishment. As a result, the debate has become one of the most contentious political issues currently facing Zimbabwe. What makes the latest comments particularly significant is the reference to retired army generals. Zimbabwe's military has historically been one of the country's most influential institutions. Over the years, military leaders have often been viewed as important political stakeholders even after leaving active service. This means that any suggestion of political involvement by former senior military officers is likely to attract widespread public interest. According to those raising concerns about CAB 3, the debate is no longer simply about legal amendments. Instead, they argue it has become a broader discussion about the future direction of Zimbabwe, leadership succession, and the balance of power within the country. Some critics fear that constitutional changes could alter the political landscape in ways that affect future leadership contests. Supporters reject these claims and insist the bill should be judged based on its actual content rather than political speculation. The mention of possible mass action also raises important questions. Mass action generally refers to organized public demonstrations, protests, or civic mobilization aimed at influencing political decisions. Throughout history, such movements have often emerged when citizens or political groups feel their concerns are not being adequately addressed through existing institutions. However, whether any such action will actually take place remains uncertain. At this stage, discussions appear to be focused more on political messaging than on confirmed plans. Political analysts say the significance of the statement lies less in whether mass action occurs and more in what it reveals about the current political climate. The fact that retired military figures are increasingly being mentioned in discussions surrounding constitutional reform highlights the depth of concern and division surrounding CAB 3. It also demonstrates how constitutional debates are becoming intertwined with broader questions about governance and succession. For supporters of the government, such statements may be viewed as unnecessary attempts to create political tension. They argue that constitutional matters should be resolved through parliament, legal institutions, and democratic processes. From their perspective, political disagreements should be addressed through dialogue rather than confrontation. Critics, however, argue that citizens and stakeholders have a right to express concerns when they believe important constitutional principles are at stake. They maintain that public participation and open debate are essential parts of any democracy. For them, raising concerns about constitutional amendments is not an act of confrontation, but an act of civic engagement. As Zimbabwe continues debating CAB 3, the political atmosphere is becoming increasingly charged. Every statement from politicians, former military leaders, activists, and civil society organizations is now being closely watched. And with Parliament still considering the bill, the stakes remain high. One thing is clear. The debate over CAB 3 has evolved into something much larger than a legal discussion. It has become a national conversation about democracy, leadership, constitutionalism, and the future of Zimbabwe. Whether the claims about retired generals leading mass action become reality remains to be seen. But for now, The statement has succeeded in drawing attention to the growing tensions surrounding one of the country's most controversial political issues. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think retired military leaders should play a role in political debates? Should constitutional disagreements be resolved through parliament alone? Or do citizens have a right to organize public action when they disagree with proposed changes? And what impact do you think CAB 3 will have on Zimbabwe's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Zimbabwe and Africa news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.